Um, India and the Philippines and a little in Bangladesh.
Okay. And
I'm really flexible with time zone just because I know I don't want people having to stay up till crazy hours to work with me. As long as there's communication at least once a day, ideally twice, then I have no problem if we're working 10 or 11, 12 hours different. So in terms of language, I always say, like, I don't speak any other language than English, and I always work with people that speak multiple languages. So that's always pretty amazing to me. Um, but I don't have a problem as if it's not perfect English, that's totally fine, as long as I don't have to spend more time explaining things. I've
yeah,
worked with a couple freelancers where I'm just having a really hard time just getting my message across, and it takes me 3 or 4 times longer than it would with someone that more
right.
fully understands English. So as long as it doesn't waste my time, then I'm perfectly fine with broken English. I like occasional video. I'm often in between meetings and in between work, so it's really hard for me to sit down and do a video.
Yeah.
It's much easier just to be on Skype or Slack and communicating that way because then I can multitask. I have worked a lot in Upwork. I actually have a team in the Philippines for another project that I manage through Upwork.
Okay.
But when I'm trying to find, and they do more web research, when I'm trying to find a developer, I go through Freelancer just because I find that the people I meet are just higher quality is the right word, but they just are more experienced, have stronger skills. Sure, and I think this is a great question.
Yeah.
I definitely filter first by um, price, so what their hourly rate is, and not to say I'm going down to like $5 an hour. You know, I'm looking for decent, you know, skill sets, but definitely edging the people out that I just don't want to pay that rate for. And then I look for hours worked, so I want to know that they have at least some experience working on the platform because I don't want to have to be teaching them freelancer.
Right.
And then I pretty much from there I will take a look at their English proficiency.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then I read a lot of reviews. I spend a lot of time reading, reviews and feedback. So I have a message or something to say to that, I guess, for those folks. I, I am generally impressed when someone will reach out to me on chat and obviously not be like a bot or be,
Yeah.
too formulaic, but have a personal message that says I'm new to freelancer. Here's another profile that I have, and I've read your project and I'm really interested. It seems to really fit my skill set. So, but just them being very honest about why they don't have a review on
Yeah.
Freelancer, then it's all about that human to human relationship. At that point, it's not about a set of reviews. So I generally look for individuals, mostly because I don't want to pay the overhead of an agency.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm trying to think. So that is not the case with you, obviously. I mean, it's worked out really well. So I think but I would say this is the exception, whereas the rule is working with individuals. So, um, not to speak outside of freelancer, but usually I'll start a relationship in freelancer and just do a couple of projects, and then we'll move off freelancer if they
Okay.
become a long-term developer. So don't, I haven't really done too many multi-milestone projects. So, especially with the time difference
Yeah.
and the infrastructure difference, I haven't lived in India or any of these other countries, and I understand that there's just less reliability. So I'm fairly flexible as long as communication's good.
Okay.
Um, what I what I really can't, just for business reasons, I can't stand is when they just will go missing in action, MIA for more than a couple of days, because then my business starts to suffer.
Right.
So as long as there's communication, I can be pretty flexible.
Because I've seen
No,
these issues.
I've had a pretty bad experience with quality control. I usually am that role. So they'll it usually requires a lot of review and feedback for them to finally understand the quality that I want it to be at, and then sometimes it doesn't work out even then. So that I've only had, I would say probably like 30% of my experiences have been solid quality. Working with Great Start has been a very positive and exceptional experience working with an overseas company. The communication is excellent. In terms of responsiveness and in language proficiency. And and for me, the most important thing, the code is very solid. I don't have to go back in and kind of do a lot of checking, quality control. I can go in and pretty much know that it's going to be where it needs to be. And I mean, everyone that I've worked with at Great Start has a great attitude. I get woken up in the morning every morning with a hello, how's your day? And that's just a nice touch to it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I mean, to me, the code is like the number one thing, and then the communication. So those are the things that are important to me are certainly being met. Yeah, so just be honest and just personable, I guess. Just have a real conversation with them. If you get too salesy, and believe me, I know the hustle. I know what it means to have to be salesy. You can turn people off and they won't want to talk to you because they're getting like 8 billion messages just like that.
Yeah.
But if you're personable, you talk to them about their project, you talk to them about your skill set and what you can provide, that will go a lot further.